how do I know when a normal interest becomes something more serious? And that is such an important question because not every strong interest is a problem. If we think back over our entire childhood, not everything became a problem or an obsession. One week it might have been we were busy making friendship bracelets, and the next week we were busy baking sourdough bread. Doesn't mean we became obsessed with those for our entire lives. It was just a trend that we stopped on because we were growing, we were interested, and then those interests shifted. And the issue is usually not the number of hours they're spending alone. The real question is whether the behavior is still flexible or whether it's becoming rigid, emotionally loaded, or hard to interrupt. And I often say it this way. Normal enthusiasm may be intense, but concerning dependence is intense and inflexible. So they're starting to give up on other things they might have enjoyed before. And that's when you start to kind of raise those red flags. So that's usually a shift the parents are sensing. They notice that activity is no longer just something the child enjoys, but it's something the child seems to need to calm down or to avoid distress, escape discomfort, and just to feel okay. So, as parents, what do we need to look for? And we know our kids better than anyone. And sometimes you might even have teachers that will say, "Hey, we've seen this at school as well." So we want to look for patterns, not just one day of a pattern, but we want to keep looking over time. Has there been a sleep disruption in a big way? Is there irritability? Secrecy matters. Are they trying to hide something? Some type of defensiveness? A drop in motivation or emotional volatility when access is interrupted, or pulling away from other relationships that are offline, or they're lying to maintain different types of access. These are all types of signs that deserve types of attention. And the concern is not just the frequent use. The concern is when the child begins relying on that activity to regulate emotionally, which can mean that that's the start of an addiction. And this is also the place where parents can tend to doubt themselves. Trust your parent gut. If something feels off, continue to gather that information, slow down, observe, and ask yourself, is this still one part of my child's life? Or is it starting to take over too much emotional space?